So today we're going to be talking about the best free small business bank account. Now we're going to be talking about this by going over the features and benefits. Now I actually have used this company for some of my businesses. So I'm going to actually show you on the back end a little bit of what this is going to look like for you. So you actually see a user interface. And if this is going to be a company you end up wanting to utilize, I'm actually going to have a step-by-step process on opening up this account, which will be at the end of this video or in the show notes down below if you want to just go ahead and jump to that as well. Now, the company we're going to be talking about here today is Relay Bank, and this is going to be a completely free bank account for you to use for your small business. Now, as we go through this video, if you are loving the features and benefits that this company is going to offer you for your small business, we're going to have a link in the show notes or the QR code here on screen for you to go ahead and utilize to sign up. That gets you a $50 bonus for going through our link, as well as helping us out continue to make more free content just like this for you. Okay, so like I mentioned, I first actually want to take you over to our dashboard over here so you can actually see the user interface here for this account. So this is just one of our many businesses that we run. This is why we also have the Business Nerd, because we love talking about this stuff. And I just want to quickly show you that in total, you could see this account, we actually have $2,500 in this account. Now we're actually loaded up here in our home page. And what that does is it shows us all of our current and most recent transactions, whether they're pending transactions or posted. So this is also obviously very nice. Now, one of the things I really want to get across first and foremost is that Relay does have a paid version if you'd like to use it. But as far as all the basics you're going to need for your small business, they are entirely free. There's no additional cost to run the business that you need to run. Now, what's really cool is in my personal experience of using Relay, I actually have not needed any reason to go into the paid version, but of course they are going to have additional features, which we could talk about here in a little bit. But also for the most part, we're just going to really be looking over all of the free feature. Now, like I mentioned, this is a completely free account, but what's even better is if you're by any chance familiar with the profit first method, or you're somebody like myself who likes to organize their accounts just a little bit more to help keep things a little bit cleaner on the back end when it comes to running my business, they do have a feature where you can actually open up to 20 accounts with your Relay business. So you can actually see here, I'm actually going to switch over so we can showcase here. We have our checking account right over here on the left-hand side, which is what we currently call our operations checking. Then we actually have multiple other checking accounts like our marketing, our finance, as well as our IT and systems. Those are all checking accounts. And just having those doesn't cost us anything more, even as you can see at $0. So there's nothing going to be taken out for us just having these accounts. And then they also have the business savings account, which you can see right over here. They are actually earning 1%. We don't have any money in this one, but we actually can earn that 1%. And there are going to be ways in the future to actually increase that APY as well, which I don't know about you, but I don't have any other business accounts that actually earn me a APY on my money sitting there. So whether I'm saving for taxes, whether I'm saving for, any kind of large expenses, I'm at least earning something on my money while it's sitting there waiting for us to go ahead and spend this. And this is a huge deal because for us, we want to, again, keep things organized, and you can easily add them here in your account by just clicking on add account. So that way you can continue to add more. Now, here's what's also really cool. If you're somebody who is doing ACH transfers, you can actually get all of that money transferred in and out of your Relay account entirely for free. So whether you are sending money to yourself for your business or you are paying your bills, whether it's your utilities or maybe paying a vendor, that is all going to be included here with your account. Now, many small businesses definitely need debit cards, and they will have those, and I'm going to go into a little bit more detail here in just a moment, but they also do have the availability to order your first checkbook entirely for free as well. Now, going back to the debit cards, you can actually get up to 50 debit cards. Now, not necessarily all of them need to be the physical debit card, but you can actually get virtual debit cards. So I actually went into our card section over here, and this is what's really cool here for us. So we have a virtual card over here, and we actually temporarily paused our physical debit card right over here because we weren't using it as much. We prefer to have the physical, or the virtual card, I should say. Obviously, you can see here there are spending limits, and when we want to, we can go ahead and quickly add new cards right here from the actual browser. And if we have employees that are going to be using them, we can actually put their names on them, and again, also put spending limits or even spending restrictions on them as well based off of where they're going and using those cards. So for us, being able to have that freedom, obviously in this account, we only just have the one physical and one virtual, but for other accounts, we might need those for a lot more uses. And that's going to allow us to have that here with the Relay bank account. Now, in case you are wondering, yes, they are also FDIC insured. So your money is going to be protected just like a regular bank account would as well. Now, Relay also has what they call integrations where you can actually connect your Relay account with other software. So let me just show you really quick over here in our integration section here. You can actually see we can feed our bank information over to something like a QuickBooks for accounting software, which actually allows us to save a lot more time. Now, I don't know about you, but as a small business owner myself, anytime I can save more time anywhere in my business, I love that. So having things connected automatically for you is going to save you a lot of time. So you don't have to be doing that on your own every single time when you want transactions being pulled from your Relay account over to your accounting software. Now, of course, today I'm actually showing you a lot of the desktop version of this, but they also do have an app as well. So if you are on the go yourself when it comes to running your small business, you could definitely also do this on your phone with all these similar features we talk about here and showcased here on the desktop. Now, earlier I mentioned that they do also have a profit first method, which essentially allows you to move your money through your bank accounts pretty easily. And I showed you that you can have multiple checking and savings accounts, but they also do have this thing where you can actually customize your auto transfer rules from one account to another, which is just phenomenal. So you give your account a nickname, you ask, or you let it know how frequently and on what day of the week, how much you keep in one account and what goes into the next, and how it gets transferred into the other accounts. So as an example, if you ended up getting your main account right over here, and let's just say you get your deposits into one account, and then you can have 50% go into, let's say, your profits, 30% into your operations, 15% into bonuses, and then let's say 5% into taxes or however you need fit. All of that could be done automatically here with your auto transfer feature, which honestly is a fantastic way to go when it comes to easing up all the things you have to do on a regular basis. Now, if you also have multiple employees in your business and maybe they need certain access points from your checking account, but maybe not the entire account access, this is a really cool feature they have as well too for inviting team members. So you would put in their work email address, and then in their permission level, you can actually see all the different levels that they have. So maybe they just need to deposit things. Maybe they're a card holder. Maybe they only do bill pay. There's also administrator as well as a read only functionality. And this really helps out for a lot of businesses that maybe need to give some access, but not necessarily everything when it comes to their bank account. Now, earlier I mentioned that there is a paid version, and this is called Relay Pro, which if you did want to go with it, it is about $30 a month as of this recording. And of course, this is something you can expand into if you need to as well later. And some of the biggest features include free wire transfers in domestic and international, as well as same day ACH transfers. But of course, everything that we talked about here today with all the features I showed you and all the features I talked about, that is all going to be included in the completely free version of the Relay account that you can go ahead and get started with today. Now, like I mentioned, I do have a link for you in the show notes down below if you want to go ahead and get started with that link. That will get you a $50 bonus exclusively going through us here at the Business Nerd. Now, that link does help support us out so we can continue to make more free content just like this for you. And like I mentioned earlier, if you actually want to see the step-by-step process of opening up a Relay account with all the questions it will ask you, I got you covered. Check out our video right over here on screen to watch that step-by-step process.